Hey guys, what is up? And I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. So, as usual, Redmercy over here reporting for duty. Riot just released a new champion roadmap, which if you don't know what it is, it's essentially something that Riot releases once every, maybe month, 2 or 3 or something like that, whenever they have big announcements and updates to give us regarding new champions, new reworks, and just like major things that they're doing to League of Legends. They'll be coming within the next, maybe 1 to about, I would say 8 months or so. Just a very kind of, here's what we're doing across this, very, very extended period of time. So let's take a look at it together, right? There's a lot of very interesting and juicy information. So first he talks about Evelyn's release, which is absolute garbage. Okay, that's cool. We all know she's bad. Anyways, toying with Twilight. So he talks about the new champion, right? I made a video giving you guys thoughts about the new champion and ideas and what it's going to be. It is going to be a mage made by Certainly T. That is the same person that designed Yasuo, one of the most, I guess, infamous champions in League of Legends. So let's see what they say about the new champion. I don't like this. I don't know. I'm not sure I like this fairy things. Anyways, it's been a long time since we had a new mage, and even longer since we released a new burst mage, right? The most recent mage that was released was Aurelian Talia, one after the other. After that, there hasn't really been a mid lane champion, period. With this in mind, we've redirected some time to creating a new burst mage with the tools to approach a fight from interesting angles. We also wanted to take this chance to do something a bit more playful and bubbly, as opposed to the dark and serious champions we've done recently, which honestly I'm a little upset about. I don't really like bubbly, happy, do-la-la champions. I love the serious, dark, kind of evil champions, like Zed, Kane, things like that. Those are sick champions to me. Because I do actually plan on playing this champion that's going to be released a lot, right? I don't know anything about the champion other than the fact that it's going to be a champion designed by Certainly T. That's also going to be, what I'm assuming, based on the information we've seen, a high burst, high mobility, high damage mage, right? Which, a burst mage, high damage, okay. The new mage will have unique ability, as opposed to dark, the new mage will have unique abilities, as expected, I hope, that haven't been seen before in League of Legends. I mean, hence the, the term unique. So hold on to your summoner spells and don't fall asleep, because change is coming, cataclysmic change, also sparkles. So the fact that they say this, I remember way back, there was an email sent to me trying to kind of, tease or spoil or whatever, or leak, I guess, a new champion coming out. And they told me that this champion is going to be able to do something with mind control. Now, I don't know if this is related to that at all, but I feel like maybe this is that champion that is essentially mind controlling other people, right? Because it says hold on to your summoner spells. Why would they specifically say those, that string of text right there? There has to be a reason for that, right? So that tells me that this is going to be something to do with maybe, the champion will be able to mind control, and you can use their summoner spells and abilities if you want at will to just waste them or whatever. Or maybe you can like steal their summoner spells or something. Maybe you can make their summoner spells go on cooldown. Maybe you can swap their summoner spells for something else, something completely wacky and crazy, because again, it is going to be a unique ability that has not been seen in League of Legends before. So that's more information about the new champion, the new burst mage is coming out, designed by Certainly T, which should be coming out. Well, at least the teasers and the PvE should be released, I would say, at least within the next month. I would hope so. But going on, we have a lot more information. The cost of ambition, right? So now that we're further into Swain's development, because Swain is going to be the next VGU, the visual gameplay update, the similar things that they do with champions like Evelyn, Urgot, Warwick, Poppy. We're ready to talk more about the high-level direction we've chosen for him. Because Swain is essentially the master tactician, yet his current gameplay style, it really isn't that at all. He has nothing tactician-y about him at all. After a lot of discussions, we felt the fantasy of a ruthless dictator with powerful dark magic would lead to a more satisfying game experience for Swain compared to his current title as the Master Tactician. Okay, well, I mean, his current title is unrelated to his gameplay completely. Anyways, becoming the leader of one of the most powerful nations, Noxus, implies great cunning and ambition, both of which we still think are critical to Swain's character. In the end, though, it felt right for the Raven General to be on the battlefield ripping the souls out of his enemies rather than sitting back in a tent commanding troops. I guess because, throws his Q, has his ultimate has those little, the ravens flying around. The Noxians are coming, and their ambitious leader is already steps ahead of you. What will you sacrifice? Okay, so that's pretty much telling me that they're going to change him from being someone that, has a Q that just throws a bird down and just does his thing, or his ultimate is just essentially him AFKing while his birds go in and out and do all the work, essentially. He's going to go from that to being kind of what I'm guessing is going to be like a warlock. I don't think we really have like a warlock in League of Legends, right? There's no actual warlock type of champion or fantasy or character or whatever. I feel like they might make Swain, because even here he kind of looks like that, kind of like a warlocky dark champion, which would be pretty damn cool. Talking about that, or speaking of VGUs rather, they talk about the next champion. They'll do a visual gameplay update, which is going to be after Swain, which is going to be, as you can see here, the Will of the Blades herself, IRELIA. IRELIA has long been very high on our list of champions with huge untapped potential, and players have been requesting it more now as well. Her thematic fantasy promises a highly agile warrior that uses multiple telekinetic abilities to vanquish her foes. Yet, outside of her ultimate, she doesn't really have any abilities that are delivering on that fantasy, and even her current ult falls a bit flat compared to the modern champion designs. So my nose is like stuffed, I don't know why. Her kit is very reliable, rather, which leads to uninteresting stat checks and makes her more snowball reliant than she should be. This is a pretty cool image, actually. I'm guessing this is somehow related to the IRELIA rework. Alright. IRELIA also lacks a strong strategic identity and place in the League of Legends' current landscape, so we want to take this opportunity to give her some unique tools to master. Man, my nose is... Oh my god, excuse me. My nose is tilting me so hard right now. It's hard to talk, but it just keeps like being really annoying. Anyway, one ability that we do feel has held up very well over time is Blade Surge, which I believe is her Q. So we don't expect big changes there, though the rest of her kit, her WE, passive, ultimate, maybe, should be going through a pretty major overhaul. Even though we'll be doing major changes to her kits, we want IRELIA to feel like the champion players have grown to love, just in a much more thematical, cohesive way. So essentially, we confirmed that IRELIA, after Swain is out, is going to be the next VGU. So what's going to happen is, we're going to have this champion come out. Then we have the Swain VGU coming out. Then we'll have another new champion, which we have literally no information about, followed by the IRELIA VGU, the visual game update, followed by whatever we have here. Let's see what they have here. Diving into the original Darkin. There's not much new to say about Aatrox, but I thought it would be good to at least discuss his progress a bit. Aatrox is planned to be our largest pure gameplay update to date, and as such, we're still quite a ways off on his release. We're still in heavy design iteration, but once we get something more solid, I'll be back to talk a bit more about what direction we landed on, knowing that we are working on him, though we want to make sure Aatrox finally delivers on the promise of his Darkin Warrior thematic. So there you guys have it. I mean, what is this? Oh, they talk about Evelyn. God, this rework for Evelyn? My god. Champion's useless. Like, absolutely useless. So there you guys have it. I mean, whoa. Ooh, a lot of, really interesting information. So again, we have more information about the new champion coming out, which I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, will be coming out within the next week, right? That's pretty hype. Second, we have more information about the next VGU, which will be coming out after this. I would say about a month and a half after this comes out. So right now we're sitting in what? We're sitting in mid October, right? So I'm assuming this champion will come out early next month. Right after Worlds is done, boom, they'll release the teasers and stuff. Maybe release it during Worlds, the teasers, who knows? And then it'll come out on the 7th, maybe on the PBE, is what I'm assuming. Maybe, just a guess. And then I believe after that, Swain will come out in maybe early, December-ish. And then we'll have the next new champion, whatever that is, followed by, of course, the VGU for IRELIA, which will be in early next year. So I don't know, this is pretty cool. I mean, I feel like IRELIA is a good champion to change around. She's she is really in an awkward position where she's really strong in certain situations. Sometimes she's not. There really isn't much counterplay to her, honestly, other than just avoiding her when she has her W. But it's sometimes pretty hard to do that, considering her Q has a lot of dashes. At the end of the day, pretty cool champion. Her Q is definitely her best ability, followed by her ultimate. Her W and E are very basic, simple, kind of boring abilities. They can make them a lot more interesting, along with her passive, of course. I think her passive is completely random. Based on the thematic of the champion and what she does. So I think this is going to be a pretty cool VGU for the IRELIA. I'm really high for Swain as well. Changing him from a master tactician who literally doesn't do anything other than throw his bird and essentially create more birds, and they just fly around doing damage, and he's just like sitting there pretty much resident sleeper. So what it looks to be maybe something like, a new kind of a warlocky champion, which again, I don't think we have in League of Legends. I don't think we have like a true warlock sucking your soul and all that stuff champion, other than maybe kind of Fiddlesticks, I guess, sort of. And then we have this champion, of course, which I think will have some kind of new effect where you can do something with enemy summoner spells, which would be really OP. The only thing I don't like is the fact that there's fairies. I don't like this kind of theme. I don't like themes of like these positive, happy, ooh la la, fairies. I don't know. I like the very dark, serious themes. So that's what I like to play. But that's just me. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. There you have it. A bunch of new, juicy information regarding massive changes coming to League of Legends, the new champion, the new VGU, another new VGU, and some extra information about HOS. Let me know what you think about it down below, boys and girls. But thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you're hyped for these changes, hit it with that like button, share with your friends, and I will definitely see you for my next video. Peace.